Hey guys, what's up? IFrostBolt here. Today I'm gonna do a quick guide over what mods and what stats to go for when it comes to PvP, and I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. Let's get into it. So the main important one that I'm gonna invest into is going to be recovery. I want this as high as possible so that whenever I take damage, I can gain my health back right away and get back into the action. Next one, I want mobility to be the next one that I invest into so that my strafe game is pretty good when it comes to gunfights. Now, resilience, I do not care about. I would suggest making this as low as possible, keeping it at tier 1. Next, I care about grenades a lot, so I'm going to invest into the discipline stat. I do not care about my supers or my melee ability, so I'm going to have those low as possible. But if you're a different player who cares about having your supers back, about having shoulder charge and stuff like that, then you'll find armor that increases these stat values. So let's use my Titan armor as an example of how to build a PvP armor set. So here I have low recovery being plus 12. I'm going to change that for a helmet that has plus 26. Now here on helmets, you have the ability to use rifle ammo finders and targeting mods. Now the finders do not matter in Crucible, so really you're just focusing on the targeting. Here you're going to want to have things that correspond to your weapon like auto rifle targeting, hand cannon targeting, things of that nature. Next up, let's take a look at my Gauntlet. Now this one looks pretty fine. I'm going to keep this one because it has a plus 21 recovery stat. Now here you have the option to use things that help you reload your weapons faster, and if you buy them from the artifact, they just cost 1, so yeah, it just costs glimmer, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. You could just swap them. Next up, I got fastball, increase grenade throw distance, or you can use momentum transfer, and that's pretty much it here. Not too many things going on when it comes to gauntlets. Next up, we got my chest piece. Now this one has way too high resilience for my liking, so I'm going to change that for something else, like this one right here, plus 27 recovery. Now on this chest piece, you have the ability to use ammo reserves that do not matter in Crucible either, so really all you're focusing on is unflinching. If you have hand cannons that you like to use a lot, you can use hand cannon unflinching. If you're a sniper, you got sniper unflinching. And I do have a recovery mod for this one, helping me get to tier 8 recovery right now. Next up, let's change my Peregrine Greaves to something else, like these boots that have Shotgun Scavenger. Now here things get a little bit more complicated. There's certain mods that only work depending on the charge or affinity here that you have on your armor. So for my arc boots, I will always have Shotgun Scavenger. Now if I want a Sniper Scavenger mod, then I have to switch to something like a Void Energy pair of boots, then I can use Sniper Scavenger. Now this applies to dexterity mods as well. For example, here I can use enhanced hand cannon dexterity, while my arc boots don't allow me to use that mod, but I do have access to enhanced shotgun dexterity. Now to get these mods, you have to do high level PvP or PvE, I mean, like nightfalls and stuff like that. So in case you were curious, but that's pretty much it when it comes to the boots. My stat right now is at tier 9, looking pretty good. Next up, we got my class item. I'm going to change this to something different, like this one that has a mobility mod and a pump action mod. Now I'm using a mobility mod to try to balance things out because my recovery is already really high, and as you can tell, my mobility is pretty low, and I find this just as important, so I need to raise that higher. But to do that, I need to sacrifice a couple recovery mods or just keep grinding until I get armor that has higher mobility stats. Next up, I want to mention that you can stack 1.0 armor perks like pump action on my one-head mask with pump action on your class item to give you a little bit more super energy. This does apply to scavenger mods, paragon mods, distribution mods, stuff like that. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick breakdown. The end result of my Titan is going to be a tier 9 recovery, tier 2 mobility, which is poor, I have to grind for better stats, a tier 3 resilience, which is fine, that's the max that I want, and then we have discipline being 4 for faster grenades, which I like. My intellect is tier 3, which I wish I could have lower. My strength is tier 1, which is fine, that's perfect with me. Anyways, I hope this helped you. I'll catch you guys next time.